The Shopvac Cyclone cart, whatever you want to call it, is a success in my opinion. Not only here in my shop, it's convenient for me to use. I've already been using it, and it's just convenient, and it's small and compact. So I really like it. A lot of the feedback, just about all the feedback, was very positive. So that's pretty cool. Some people have expressed their concerns about it tipping over and the center of gravity being too high, and that's not a problem at all. You can really beat on this thing in order for it to barely tip over. It's hard to make it tip over. Now, just with anything tall, I mean, if you push on at the top hard enough, then it's going to fall over. This, the way it sits right now, is more stable than my drill press, the way I've had it on this little itty bitty stand for the past year and a half or year, however long I've had this drill press. And the casters that I used for this thing, the original casters from the Clearview Mini CV06 setup, those are some really good casters. They swivel and they move better than anything else that I have here in my shop that's on wheels or that's on casters. So the very first step in creating a project for me in this particular shop, well, the last shop too, is to clean the shop really good. I work much more efficiently, and the work experience in here is much more enjoyable for me if the shop is nice and clean. So I was just about to start cleaning it yesterday and started on next week's project, which should have been, well, might continue to be, my wife's front door boot box / cabinet thing. Something to put keys on when you walk through the door, and something to open up the doors and have shoe racks below it for storing shoes. But anyway, I was about to start in on that, and then I got sidetracked by a router lift idea that's just been floating in my head for about a month or so now. And I disassembled my last router lift, the French cleat router lift, and I've got our French cleat router table and lift, and I've got it all scattered out. I'm kind of using some of its parts to chop up and the materials to get this kind of router lift done, and I've got a working concept on it, so I don't know when that will be out, but I really want to get it done and used a couple times to verify everything's nice and working before I get it out there for everybody else. But the whole premise behind that is a quick release router lift, something that has a stop block installed, built into the system, so that I'm going to use it in my table saw extension wing, so that way if you need to use your table saw, you can set the stop block on the router lift at that desired height where you just were at. It's quick release, so you can immediately drop the bit really fast, use the table saw as needed, and immediately put the lift right back to where the stop block was. And I think I've got a somewhat of a, I don't know, a neat system down, and the prototype's working pretty well, so yeah, whenever that happens. Another concern was that the bucket and the shop vac may come out of the container, and to fasten them down some way. I originally said in the video, while I was shooting it, that I was going to use a bungee cord to secure them, but I think it's unnecessary. It's very hard to get these things to move, and just normal use, if you notice it trying to slide an inch or so out, push it back in. So it's been a couple months since I made the doghouse, and the dogs love it. They use it every single day. It has been raining constantly for the past couple weeks here, and all of the dirt around it, it's winter time, so it's all splashing up, and the outsides are all kind of muddy, and I need to hose it off once spring rolls around and all that good stuff. But it's holding up really well, and I actually never went back and put any spar urethane on the roof like I said I was going to, but the shingles are, they're holding up really well. I used Southern Yellow Pine for the shingles, which is fairly rot resistant, and I dipped them in oil, the oil-based stain, and it's on a 45-degree pitch, so I imagine just leaving them like that will last a very long time. But once it does warm up, I do plan on actually getting around to putting a coat of spar urethane on the roof. But anyway, check out this version of it, fairly similar in colors. This is from Jim Scott, and he did an awesome job. I love the way the shingles turned out on this one. Also, the bunk bed that I've yet to stain, and my wife keeps reminding me that I've yet to stain the bunk bed. Somebody else took that design and kind of made it very unique. The top bunk is the normal twin-size top bunk. The bottom bunk is a full-size bottom bunk, and then below that is a pull-out, I think it's a twin-size, pull-out bed below that. And that was made by Jonathan Yarum, Y-A-R-U-M. I'm probably butchering that, but he did a very good job, and that's a very neat and unique twist on that particular design, so that's pretty cool. I got a handwritten, it's a written, isn't it? Handwritten letter from Brett Nemitz, U.S. Coast Guard. And it's pretty cool to see somebody else write in all caps. I've got a drafting degree, and you were required to write in all caps for that, and certain font sizes and all that good stuff. And since then, I cannot write normally. I write in all caps, and it's just the way I write now. Anyway, it's nice to see somebody else who writes nice and neat in all caps. But anyway, he sent me a Coast Guard sticker. So let's go put it up real quick. How about those Packers, huh? Yeah. So we're down to the final four in the NFL. It's going to be the Patriots versus the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. And I don't know who's going to win. This is going to be, it's just going to be another football game. I'm not really following it anymore. I got to get off here and start being productive. So in the words of my good friend Patrick Curtis, I'm out.